I think the Giants will be looking for a coach.
Obviously.
Washington, maybe if next year Washington doesn't do anything, I think Ron Rivera is going to be gone.
Ron Rivera back to the Panthers.
I would love him in New York.
Ron Rivera back to the Panthers.
The Vikings will be looking for a coach. The Bears will be looking for a coach.
Right.
I don't know what's going on with the Saints, but isn't Peyton available? Isn't he a free agent after this year?
I don't think so. I thought he had a 3-year deal.
Did he resign? Did he resign in the offseason?
Yeah, they gave him a 3-year extension, I thought, 2 years ago, so I thought he had one more year.
Hear me out on this one.
Good.
Let's not act like Sean Payton doesn't have roots to New York. Okay? That would be, if they're going to fire Joe Judge, which I don't
know
think
that's
they
something
should
that you're going to probably pray for, but that doesn't mean...
I did in
I like
2016 when those rumors were swirling, but we'll see.
Peyton's link here is pretty strong. You bring in Sean Payton, you bring in
Is
Russell
it as strong
Wilson.
as Saquon Barkley, as good as Barry Sanders?
I didn't say that. I did
or
not
Ezekiel Elliott, as good as Barry
or
Sanders.
something like that, because I don't want to hear another rubbish thing that comes out of somebody's mouth
I'm just
because
saying,
you're a Giant fan.
You bring in Sean Payton, Russell Wilson's probably going to be available.
Russell Wilson,
brand new chemistry.
Russell Wilson is not going to the Giants. It's almost honestly, the Giants would have to give up their future for Russell Wilson.
Daniel Jones and 2 first-round picks.
Oh, they're going to have to give up more than that. You're talking about one of the elite quarterbacks in the league. You think that's all you're going to have to give up for Russell Wilson?
How much more? How much more?
You're going to have to give up more than that. 3. You're talking about Deshaun Watson. You were going to give up 4 if he didn't have this problem. You're talking about maybe 3 first-round draft picks. A player, a defensive player, a defensive player, maybe Saquon Barkley, and probably that, right?
Saquon Barkley, a defensive player,
and
maybe
3 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, maybe either a young pass rusher,
and maybe Daniel
corner,
Jones. Maybe
like
Daniel
that.
Jones. Maybe.
I think Daniel Jones would be more included in that than Saquon.
Maybe. No.
Seattle's not going to take another injury-riddled running back. When they've got 3.
Saquon is better than any other.
I understand. I'm not denying that.
Yeah, you're right. Seattle actually might do 2 defensive players, knowing them.
And
they
got to
match corner or something.
They got to match the contracts. They have to match the.
No, I think they actually need outside more. I would probably say they probably would ask for Carter or Ojulari, and then maybe Bradbury.
That's a lot.
Like that.
That's a lot to give up for a quarterback that's 33 years old.
And again,
that's a lot.
You're thinking about the current team.
You're giving away your future.
Gone, Carroll's gone.
But you're giving away your future for a quarterback that if he doesn't win, you set your team back for 10 years. That's a lot. I wouldn't do that if I was the Giants. As good as Russell Wilson is, I wouldn't do it. I would do it for Deshaun Watson. Absolutely. If you're going to do
Watson didn't come out saying he wants to play here.
I'm just saying that if I can get Deshaun Watson, a 26, 27-year-old quarterback that is so much upside him, he's missed 2 years, so he's healthy, he's healthy, then I would do that. But for Russell Wilson, who's 33 years old,
how many flags are they going to throw?
And the last 3 years has been injury-prone, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
Carl says Tua with a 40-yard throw with 2 broken fingers. Snug says Matt Rule is done. If Cam doesn't turn shit around fast, it's over. Cliff Kingsbury is the most handsome head coach in the NFL.
Wilson too old to get all that compensation. Not really, Jeff, because what I was reading, the Bears offered 3 first-round draft picks. And what's his name? Khalil Mack.
And Roquan Smith and another deal, too, was rumored as well.
Yeah, either Roquan Smith. They're going to get 3 first-round draft picks for him. Absolutely. Because that was the going rate, what Chicago was offering. And
what's
they wouldn't
the contract?
What do you mean?
How many years are left on his contract?
He's got
2.
This year, next year, and the year after.
2, yeah.
So 2 more years. I mean, that's – and you have him on a pretty good contract, too. I mean – you would have to win in 2 years because then Russell Wilson would be gone.
That's where I don't know if the Giants are necessarily in position for that either.
I wouldn't do it.
The Bears, at least, they were a competitive
Giant
team.
fans,
I don't think they're a
and
great roster,
if you're a real significant, true Giant fan, you wouldn't want to do it either. As good as Russell Wilson is, I wouldn't do it.
But I don't believe that's a quarterback-driven league.
What do you mean?
You're not going to – listen, we've seen great quarterbacks not win Super Bowls.
I understand that. It's not about winning a Super Bowl. It's about changing the mindset.
You're still going to be in the
team.
NFC, and he's going to a worse team in the Giants from Seattle, who's a better team.
But you're going into an easier division. There's no good
It's all about winning. It's all about winning Super Bowls, and you're still playing elite teams in the NFC.
Is the Giants roster that much better or worse than the Seahawks?
They're
it's
not
probably
even
similar.
No, they're not. The Giants aren't better or even
they're
close.
Both bad. I know. They're both really bad. That's my point.
DK Metcalf and Lockett over, I'm sorry,
Galladay. Yeah, that part of it. I would say the Giants have better linemen,
they have the
though.
human joystick, but we don't know if.
No, I know
what he
that.
is, though.
No, the receivers, the Seahawks have a bigger advantage. I think the Giants have more defensive talent. The Giants have more running back talent. So that's what I'm saying. Both of them are bad, and it's not by much. Either way. So I don't think the Giants are really in position.
The Giants don't have the best players at their positions either. I mean, Wagner's better than any defensive player that they have.
Well, the Giants' secondary is a lot better.
I mean, yes, but Jamal Adams, I don't like him, but Jamal Adams is a pretty good secondary player. I mean,
so is Jabril Peppers.
Jabril Peppers isn't Jamal Adams.
But that's the only advantage they have out of 4 or 5 players, if you want to judge that. And then I think the Giants have better pass rushers than the Seahawks.
If you were to ask somebody that knows football, who's got a more talented team, Seattle or the Giants?
The Seattle, I think, by a little. I'm just saying. I think it's by a little.
I think you're on drugs.
I think they're both terrible. But
if
Seattle
the Giants
has to play San Francisco
if
twice.
the Giants were in Seattle's division, the Giants wouldn't have a win.
I think they stink too. Right. But I'm saying Seattle's not great either. I think in terms of bottom,
Seattle's not good because they don't have the quarterback right now.
No, but we knew that at the beginning of the season.
No. They're more talented. They're much more talented than the Giants.
The offensive lines both suck, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Russell Wilson can't make Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, by the way, has had a good year for the Giants. Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and Tooney to be above average wide receivers?
That is an amazing play. Yes, Carl, we saw it.
But again, the Seahawks only have talent in certain
Kyle
areas
Rudolph
too.
is probably
Speedy. If you don't think that the Seattle Seahawks have more talent,
they do.
I'm not a little bit. I wouldn't say much more, but they have definitely a significant amount more talent than the Giants do. I don't know what.
No, I think the Giants have the second worst roster in the NFC. I said that at the start of the season.
All right, so you can't even compare them. So why would
Seattle's is probably 4th or 5th worst.
Why would you go to a team that's much worse than the team you're playing for?
No, I wouldn't. I don't want the Giants to trade for Russell Wilson. He does.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is that's already been linked. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's linked to. He wants to go to a big city. It's not just the Giants. He would have went to Chicago. He wanted to go to Chicago. They didn't want it. He had a no trade.
That's fine. I'm just saying. You bring in Sean Payton. Maybe Russell Wilson's eyes pop up.
Sean Payton's not leaving.
I'm not saying that.
You're just saying what if.
You said what if Sean Payton.
I didn't. It's not going to happen. So I'm telling you, when you look at all these teams, the Saints aren't, the Falcons aren't. We know the Panthers are. Now, in the NFC West, I could see 3 teams getting rid of their coaches. The Rams, Seattle, and the 49ers. All 3 of them. And this arguably was going to be the best division in football. It turns out it's a good division.
It's lopsided. 2 great and 2 bad.
But
I wouldn't say 2 bad.
Kyle Shanahan could be on the seat, on the hot seat right now.
This is not a bad team in the division. Seattle just had bad luck, and San Francisco.
Seattle, Pete Carroll could be on his way out, and the Rams, McVay, no matter how good they are, they're expected to win this year. If they don't, he could be gone too. So 3 out of the 4 teams in that division could have new coaches.
Snug says Colts are showing signs of life. Frank Reich will be okay. Zeke is better than Barkley, so he must be 2 times as good as Barry Sanders.
Zeke's not better than
Snug says, I don't know. We may have seen a Geno Smith revival.
Zeke's
he may start for the Broncos next
Zeke's
year.
Zeke's not better than Barkley.
And
who said that?
And Jeff Snug said that.
Well, then, Trey says he's trying to get my client sleep. I don't know what that means. He said that he's at work. Told you that. I thought he did tell you that, did he not?
Yeah, he told me that, but he also said he'd be ready probably at least by a little over 10:30.
Trying to sleep.
But not this late. All right. So Ben says, Carl, that was awesome. And then Stuck says, Pete Carroll is 500 years old. He may retire.
He'll go back to USC.
The fact is, and honestly, we can go back and forth with it, there are going to be at least 7 teams looking for a new coach this year. And I believe Eric Bieniemy will get one of those jobs. And if the Rams have an opening for that position, I think Bieniemy would be. Jeff is absolutely right. He's a perfect fit for that offense. Absolutely, with the weapons they have. And with Eckler coming back,
they struggle.
Eckler, whatever his name is,
Akers.
Akers. With Akers coming back next year from the ACL injury, yeah, they're going to be prolific. And they got Henderson,
who both could be used as receivers.
Yeah, I mean Henderson's really turning out to be
now
a number 1.
He goes there and bombs. Then what?
What do you Bieniemy?
What if he bombs?
How is he going to bomb? We're talking about. Jeff just said it.
7-2.
Jeff just said it. You're bringing in a new offensive coordinator with a new offense. It's going to take a while for the league to figure him out.
If
the weapons
he's good.
Bieniemy is a good offensive mind. He is. If you don't think he isn't, I don't know what you're watching.
Who said the Chiefs' problems this year were on play calling? It's mostly on dropped passes and fumbles.
And Tyreek Hill can't get open for some reason this year.
Tyreek Hill has 170 yards in one game and then 20 in the next. So streaky for a guy that's supposed to be a top 3 receiver.
We've seen coordinators become head coaches and it not work, right? Okay.
Sure.
So what I'm saying is, if you fire Sean McVay, which I think is crazy.
I agree with you. It's just realistic. It's still realistic for a franchise that's gone to so many extremes.
Why is it crazy? I don't understand. What makes it so crazy?
Because he's doing well, and the team wins, and they're in the playoffs constantly.
Okay, the team wins. And with the talent that they have and the money that owner is spending and the new stadium that they have, you're telling me that just winning again. Look, you argue with the Yankees and Aaron Boone, okay? This is Aaron Boone. Sean McVay.
No,
yes, he is.
Aaron Boone is much worse at his job than Sean McVay is.
How do you figure? Aaron Boone has had winning records all 4 years as the Yankees coach. And by the way, two out of the 4 seasons he's been here, he's had over 100 wins.
Watch this. How many Super Bowls has Sean McVay been to?
1.
How many World Series has Aaron Boone been to?
How many AFC title games has the Rams been to?
2.
Nope.
No.
1.
1. And that.
Oh, here we go. How many has Aaron Boone been to?
1.
0.
1.
0.
He's been to an AFC. 1. He's been to an American League ALCS. Yes, he has been. He lost against Houston.
No, all right. All right.
And honestly, if you want to compare both Sean McVay to a coach, a manager in baseball, it would be Aaron Boone. And you want to know something? They're both. Say whatever you want, dude. You attack one guy, but you're not going to attack the other. Oh, he's always in the playoffs. So is Aaron Boone.
I understand.
I
understand.
So to me, you're after one guy because you're a fan of that team, but you're not after the other.
I'm not a fan of the Rams.
You like Sean McVay, and you think Sean McVay
care if he gets
shouldn't be
fired
fired
or not.
You do.
But the fact of the matter
you think it's crazy. You think it's crazy.
No,
what makes it?
I don't think it's crazy
what
because
makes
he's Sean McVay. I think it's crazy because of the circumstances in LA.
Circumstances, okay. What circumstances?
No draft picks, and they are salary strapped.
He's got, first of all, that's his fault and the GM's fault.
That's fine. That's why you fire the GM. No. You give the coach a year. No. All right, didn't work. Goodbye.
No. It's the same thing with Aaron Boone. It's absolutely the same thing with Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone has had a winning season and with a talented team, but never can get over the hump to win. Okay, same thing with Sean McVay. You complaining, get him out. He's an idiot. He's stupid. Blah 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 blah. So what is Sean McVay? Sean McVay with the most talented. Really?
Aaron Boone.
Really?
Do you think Aaron Boone's getting this team to 7-2?
I think Aaron Boone has made his team a playoff team, even with the injuries they've had. 2 years ago, they had more injuries than any team we've ever seen in baseball history. I think it was 38-40. He had 100 wins. 109 wins, 108 wins. So don't get me started, dude. The problem with you is you hate somebody. So when you hate somebody, you're going to just
hate Aaron Boone.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I think he's a
Speedy,
moron.
Really?
Really?
What?
I think he's a moron. I can like people that are morons.
What makes him a moron?
What?
What makes him a moron?
He constantly pulls pitchers out when they're pitching well. He constantly brings in the wrong
Maybe
relievers.
it's the analytics from the Yankees. It's
shit! It's analytics. So he's not even doing his job.
No manager does his job.
So why do you care who it is?
Again, it's an analytic game now. It's not the manager that's calling it and telling it's all set up. They give him the analytics. When they know that it's 2 times around, they pull the player, they pull the coach. They pull the player out of the game.
Kevin Cash seems to do a great job of it.
Kevin Cash. Oh, by the way,
has Aaron Boone been a finalist for Manager of the Year this year?
Yeah, he was 2 years ago.
No, I said this year. Or
this
last
year. This year, they've had a lot of injuries and a you're a lot of injuries and a lot of problems. They still made the playoffs.
Still
made the playoffs. They still had one of the. Yeah, they did.
No, I don't consider that the playoffs.
You're an idiot.
Why? It's a playing game.
The wild card
is a playing game.
Speedy.
Hold on. So Mike Schilt shouldn't be NL Manager of the Year nominee. I'm not saying winner. Kapler's going to win, but he shouldn't be a nominee for the Cardinals for the same reason.
He should be. Cardinals made the playoffs.
So you're telling me
They lost the same round the Yankees did, though. So I'm not saying Aaron Boone should win in the American League either. I'm saying he shouldn't. He could be a finalist. I don't
He
think
should not have been a finalist.
what when he won 100-something games with
No,
40
this
injuries?
year.
He
I'm
should have
talking
won.
about this year,
He
right
should have won the Manager of the Year. The Yankees are just not a team that a lot of these writers like.
Oh, they hate him.
So Aaron Boone wasn't going to win.
Got screwed. Judge gets screwed.
Aaron Boone wasn't going to win the Manager of the Year when he deserved it the year that he deserved it.